the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys, got the mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On first down, it's Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devontae Booker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. This is brought in at the 21. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 31, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So they give up the completion there, but defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Throwing, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 26.
73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's Gurley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And that nearly turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Booker. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devontae Booker with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the 1st round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
off the option. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And oh, a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have the Chiefs first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Mahomes to throw once more. That's complete to John Ross. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. Butker's kick here is good. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Pettis. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try right side here, Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. Touchdown Giants! Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mahomes now on first down. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 53 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He gives to Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again they run with Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 127 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Gurley, handoff left. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Giants on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Running left, this is Booker. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Booker. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. Mahomes going to throw. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Running again, and again it's Booker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Shotgun handoff to Booker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Jones. This is Booker on the dump off. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Here's Jones. And they'll set up the screen here to Brightwell. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Charles, he lost
caused a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had to.